Hello and welcome to episode 16 of Coffee with Cole, the Disney Lorcana trading card game talk show where we talk everything from collection to questing. And I'm your host, Cole. This week, we're going to be talking about the upcoming pre-release weekend for Winterspell. If you can't tell, I'm in my Winterspell drip. As well as we have some update to the rules, official Lorcana Rules 2.0. And lastly, we have confirmation of a new promo card. All that and more this week. So it's finally Winterspell pre-release weekend. But if you're watching this channel, you probably already knew that. In fact, you're probably planning on going to some pre-release events on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. If you pull anything crazy, tag me. If you pull that Enchanted Mulan that I'm searching for, if you pull an iconic and you have that iconic Pocahontas luck or that iconic Moana luck, tag me. I want to see it. I will be able to repost your guys' polls and celebrate with you vicariously. I am pumped to open my first packs of Winterspell, as it's been, you can't see right now behind me, but freezing, bitter cold, like single-digit cold here in New York City. So it's going to be so on brand to get out and play some events. I'm lucky I live in New York City, like I said, so I will be able to make it to quite a few different local game stores. We're spoiled. There's like a dozen up this way that I'll be able to make for some of the events that I am pumped to open some sealed and draft some of the new set. So I did mention a rules update, or a comprehensive rules 2.0 as they're calling it. If you haven't seen or heard from the Lorecast last week, they announced that there is a comprehensive rules 2.0 update that has been added to the official Disney Lorcana website. You should go read and check out for yourself now. But the long and the short of it is the old rules are out, and they're nothing more now than the shredded snow that they were throwing at each other on the Winterspell Lorecast. That's actually a fact. But as well as the changes that are notable to be pointed out are going to be that the decking out strategy, or the mill strategy, has been slightly altered. What that means essentially is you do not lose the game when you go to draw a card and you don't have a card until you go to draw a card and don't have a card at the end of your turn. So if you can't draw a card and it's their turn, you don't lose. At the beginning of your turn, if you draw, you still don't lose. You have a whole kind of turn to play out and try to get those last few lore you need. I like and don't like this change for many reasons, as it could mean that they don't like the mill strategy and thus they aren't supporting the cards anymore, or it technically could mean that they do like the strategy and they're giving it a lot of support and they think it's too powerful and they want to buff it before it comes onto the scene. Either way, I think it was kind of fine where we were at, but it is what it is. We'll take it. Some other major updates, or minor-ish updates, I should say. In Limited, they've changed it to 35 card for sealed, and for draft it's still 40, but your deck only needs to have 35 cards. So that'll kind of slightly change how often you see certain cards, as well as in the standard format, there's been some slight tweaks to moving of damage. It still works the same way, but essentially, to use a good example, the new card, Lilo, bundled up, the first damage she sees on your opponent's turn, or she takes, if you will, she negates. And that includes damage counters. So they kind of had to reword what is taking a damage there, so that worked correctly for the design of the card. Same thing kind of goes with some of the inkwell management. So basically they're changing the specific wording on things like Azurite Sea. So it's not putting an additional card into your inkwell, you're actually inking a card. So it counts as inking. They're trying to tie up some of those loose ends in wording to make things flow a little bit better. Well, again, with that inkwell management subject was basically they're saying that you can't leave a card face up until the end of your turn after you reveal it. You reveal it, it goes into your inkwell, and it's face down. Pretty simple. Should have already kind of been what most people are playing as, but I do know some people would leave the card for their opponent to like look at the end of the turn, or like sometimes multiple turns until it's negating all of that. But anyway, like I said, you should go read and check out those rules for yourself at DisneyLorcana.com. Oh, you hear that sound? You know what that means. Hey Brando, what's up?
Hey Cole, Brando here, and I am fired up about this week's track. This one goes out to all haters. This one's called I Still Don't Care by Meghan Trainor. Goes a little something like, I'm too cool to cry, I'm too hot to stress, I don't know your name, you're fully obsessed. To be honest, I get it, I'm impressed by me too. Say I'm too confident, yeah, that's probably true. Oh, let me take a moment, think it over, does it touch me at all? No.
I still don't care.
You have to check this out. This track is awesome. Go to wherever you stream music, smash the play button, and do it for the haters. Thanks, Cole.
Thanks, Brando. There is one more bit of exciting Lorcana news this week, and it is that we got a new promo card announced. It's going to be the Goofy Set for Adventure promo card. It is a park promo card that you can actually get, that's right, this week at Disney Springs. This Friday the 13th, it looks like for the pre-release of Winterspell, you can go and meet Jenna Gray, the artist for the new Ohana Means Family card, and potentially get an autograph, get an art card signed, maybe even get, if you are lucky enough to already pull an Ohana Means Family legendary, go get that bad boy signed. You're gonna be one of the first people to get that card signed by her. It sounds like a great time. I'm sure there will be a lot of my friends down there who live near the parks or work at the parks, spamming those events, getting some awesome promos. Sounds like a blast, a good time. So go, enjoy, have fun, and celebrate the pre-release of Winterspell. That's all the Lorcana news for this week. If you haven't already seen, though, go over to my YouTube and check out my Winterspell top 12 cards in each ink color breakdown that's already posted with all of the ink colors. Until next week.